India is facing a severe water scarcity problem. If we continue to consume water at current rates, we will have half the water we need by 2030. Agriculture accounts for 80% of our freshwater use, and we use almost twice the amount to grow 1 unit of food as compared to other countries.
So water is a very complex problem and needs a multi-stakeholder approach to solve it. We've seen that water technologies, even if the technology per se is great, farmer adoption is very low. And so what we wanted to do through this program was to bring on board multiple stakeholders who could help solve it together.
HUF is trying to address this problem via a two-pronged approach. One is to create scientific and context-appropriate water conservation solutions. And secondly, to drive behavior shift amongst usage of water in agriculture.
The Ag Water program is first of its kind, focused on incubating innovative, water-efficient solutions in agriculture that can scale sustainably.
We wanted to provide mentorship and timely support to these early-stage founders to grow their business, and also make these technology solutions accessible to the actual farmers and agri-extension service providers on ground.
In 3 years, we looked at over 3,500 startups to identify the 9 most impactful solutions.
The social enterprises were at very different stages of their solutions, in very different domains, categorized into 3 cohorts. The first cohort focused on technology-led solutions that enable efficient use of water in agriculture. The second cohort looked at solutions that provide market access, incentivizing farmers to grow water-efficient crops. The third focused on testing and validating ideas of early-stage innovators. One of the most successful pilots from the program was when Cultivate's precision irrigation solution was taken to the paddy farmers in Punjab.
Our entire focus is basically how can we enable the farmer with a low-cost technology, help him make informed decisions knowing what is the crop demand for what. So if he is able to provide the precise irrigation on a timely basis, it can reduce his expenses.
Finding the right solution, bringing it to the field is the first part. But the real question is, how do we get it adopted by farmers?
So that's where this support from partnership with CIPT came very handy. Farmers got an opportunity to touch, feel and sense, okay, what is this technology that we are talking?
Startups rarely get the opportunity to have honest feedback from a large number of farmers on their technology, which then helps them iterate. We saw this project reach 200 farmers, covering more than 200 acres of paddy fields and saving 18 crore litres of water. And this is just the beginning.
Our next enterprise, Kritsnam, took interest in the program as they were looking to build a sustainable business model. Kritsnam powers data-backed solutions for surface and groundwater management.
Creating an impact and being financially viable are 2 different arms for a social startup like us. HUF Villgro Association did really help us in balancing these 2 arms correctly in going in the right path to meet our vision.
So through their diagnostic panel and through the incubation that followed, we identified that what would be important for their long-term survival would be for them to also have B2B operations.
There were stages where we hardly had any revenue for a period of almost 6 months. So this mentorship program started pushing us more towards some monthly run rate. We were able to get our product more ready for a specific market on the groundwater management in a very record time, and we were the first and only organization in the country to achieve that.
An example of the potential impact comes from a project with the Karnataka government on the Tungabhadra left bank canal, deploying 70 sensors across 7,000 hectares land area.
The more the data we actually start working on, the better the visibility on the usage of the water resources is. The better the adoption and the better the consciousness we are able to achieve in the customer's mind that we are using this much water data.
We also wanted to identify and promote startups which were led by women founders.
Many times the interactions with Villgro and the HUF team was more about having conscious customers, how to grow more with the existing customers, and the team was always particular about the sustainability element that we were working on. So mentorship helped us structure the company without compromising on any of our ethos.
Encouraging paddy farmers to switch to water-efficient horticulture crops and adopt natural farming practices. The program got Archana thinking about systems, people, and how to scale.
There are 2 key systems we were wanting to build. One is able to see the demand of what is needed so that the production can be streamlined. And second, the payments and all of the financial things had to go through one particular system. So in fact, the need for an inventory came while figuring out both of these.
வாங்க நாங்கள் உங்களுக்கு எல்லாம் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுறோம். உங்களுக்கு தேவையான பூச்சி வெரைட்டி, உங்களுக்கு தேவையான அட்வைஸு, உங்களுக்கு தேவையான எல்லாமே நாங்கள் பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஒருத்தர் எடுத்து பண்ணோம். அவர் ரொம்ப சக்ஸஸ் ஆச்சு. அதுலேருந்து எல்லாம் நம்மளை பார்த்து நம்ப ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாங்க. அதனால் இப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நம்மக்கிட்ட இந்த வில்லேஜில் மட்டும் நம்மக்கிட்ட கூட டைப் பண்ணி பண்ணுறதுக்கு 100 பேர் ரெடியாக இருக்காங்க.
So even when we talk to investors, I think they have more trust in the data that we talk rather than giving intuition-based, gut-based decisions today.
So through this program, we have identified, accelerated, and supported the scale-up of some of the most prominent startups shaping water use in India today.
For us at Villgro, this program is our first step in uncharted waters. Join us as we work towards reducing pressure on land and water systems and making farmers climate resilient.